This is John. I'm here in Southern
John,
California.
shout out. Hey.
And he has been gracious enough to come over and meet us for dinner and have a couple drinks and show us his. Now, what year is your Suburban?
1990 Suburban. I think the motor. I think the motor is out of a 94 RV.
94 RV.
It's still the old TBI motor, but it's 454 out of RV. So yeah.
Well, walk us through a little bit. See the engine? What you got? 454.
Yeah, let me back it up a little bit. Get close to this bush.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
close to it. Yeah, get to where you can hear that when it starts.
Yeah,
up.
let's do it.
You just redid all your brakes, new pump.
Yeah. New. Well, let's start with the engine. 454 TBI, which couldn't get over 3,000 RPM.
Right.
So I said I can't do it to TBI, so I went did the ProFlow 4 on it. With this, I can scream all the way up to 5,500 RPM. It never stops pulling, so it's been fun. New transmission, 4L80 transmission.
Okay.
So overdrive with it.
Yours goes. The controller for the ProFlow actually works the same thing for your transmission, right?
There is a CAN bus that's called a CAN bus where it connects the Edelbrock controller with the ECU, so the TCU and ECU know what each other are doing.
Okay. Okay.
So it was a lot smoother when I went from the 400 transmission with the 4L80 and it knowing what the transmission's done. So yeah, I mean, it's as you know, spaghetti wiring nightmare with it.
Yes, I remember that well. Yeah, Sub-Zilla's had a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, so
the
I
same
mean,
system.
Yeah.
Except you have air conditioning that yours works, right?
My AC works, my heater works.
I really like the way that's done.
Yeah, so I got that same fuel injection, what's that called? Regulator that you got. But I like the way your lines ran down here, right? But I didn't do that, so I ran to the back of the motor, above the transmission, bolted to the top of the bell housing, and then cut over to the fuel rail. It goes all the way back.
All right.
What else have I done? I just did the Borgeson steering shaft upgrade. Have you seen those yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Now, that's a really good. How does that feel? Does it feel a bit tighter?
oh god, yeah, it takes away the rag joint. Right, it takes away the rag joint, but when it takes away the rag joint, you feel every bump in the road, so there's nothing to absorb that.
You don't get any kind of slack through there at all.
There, yeah. Whole front end's been rebuilt, new brakes, as you said. What else have I done?
So you got the electric fans.
Electric fans.
Yeah. You got the dual electric fans.
Dual electric fans. All aluminum radiator from Code K.
Yeah, I see that. That is really nice.
Yeah. I was using the fan controllers from the Edelbrock TCU,
Right.
but on a hot day, sometimes it just wouldn't cut on.
Okay.
So I went and I installed a different fan controller separate from the system. So that it's been working great ever since then. But I noticed I was
And
starting
this
like
alternator. Well, now tell me about that. It looks like 200 amp alternator.
200 amp alternator. You can find them on eBay, but the guy who does them on eBay, he sell them out of Van Nuys here. So I told him I'll just come pick it up.
Oh, nice.
Don't worry about shipping costs and stuff. So it was like 10 minutes from my house.
Oh,
So, yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's one of the benefits of living in Southern California. You got lots of parts.
Yeah, everything.
You get everything here. You got the dual batteries connected
Yes, connected.
Very
For the
nice.
sound system. Yeah.
for the sound system.
Yeah.
Man, it looks good. You got, is it a blaster? What coil is that?
That is the I don't know. MSD blaster. I
MSD
think?
blaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got the same spark plug wires that you put me on and put those in.
I see. Yeah, I see that.
is nice.
How you liking the ceramic coil? You liking those better?
They're not arcing out. They're not misfiring, so they're great. Yeah, my older ones were arcing out.
They get hot, start doing stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
it's funny. I went to go and take them out and put these on, and the spark plug cable just disintegrated in my hand. So like, yeah, this thing was misfiring. So,
It's amazing how much difference those made. Laura's the one that bought me those. She's the one that bought it for my Christmas. She just came up with it, got them, said, "Here, I got you this." It was for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And man, I tell you what, I've been touting those because I think they're great. Because mine before with the Flowtech headers, it was right against the header. When I got the Summit Racing ones, it gave me a lot more space. I see you got quite a bit of space on yours. Now this number It's number 3 over here.
Touching the
sorry,
ignition
4.
coil.
Yeah, number 4. Yeah,
oil
that one's always tight.
Yep. And this one's touching the oil dipstick some, but it's not really touching. It's just close. So
right, it's just close.
Yeah.
Man, you've done a great job on the wiring on this because they don't know. Let's see now. Where's your controller for yours on the inside, right?
I put my transmission controller and my ECU controllers on the inside.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah. Man, that looks great. You've done a great job on that. And you got which Flowmasters did you put on there?
Or is it came with it? I haven't done it yet. I want to do dual exhaust all the way back, but I have not done it yet. So
okay. Yeah, it's looking. We're looking real nice under here.
It does have a rear main oil seal leak, but it's not leaking yet. You just see it drip overnight.
It drips overnight.
That's the only thing that leaks right now.
And then you did a good job. You dropped your transfer case down. I see that to get your driveline angles right. Which your driveline angles look really good.
Thank you. Runs good. Show you the interior.
Yeah, let's take a look. Take a look inside. See what we got going here.
Stock.
Oh wow!
But I did put
very clean.
The CarPuride CarPlay system. Have you seen that? Yeah. So I put that in.
Yeah, look at the speakers down here. That's a great. I like that pod solution there. Those. See, mine when I put them down here before, I would always kick them when I get in and out. But I like that better because your feet can actually clear. You got room right there.
I don't like it because I get no mids out of it.
You don't get a mids out of it
because there's no cavity here. It's just. That's it. So I was thinking about cutting the floor here.
See, well, what I did is I took the pocket off and I mounted mine here. I put a plywood and I routed it.
Yeah.
And I've got it mounted here. That way it's out of the way. Because when I would get in and out, my feet, it's a small space right there, right?
Yeah.
So I was constantly kicking the speakers before when I had that. So I had to change that out.
That's easy.
Man, it's got very nice. Yeah, it's just great to have that interior. In the center console up top, I love that. That's what I want. I need to do that for Sub-Zilla. I got to put one of those in. Yeah. I got to build all that. That's coming up next.
It's like the doors are so original. I didn't want to cut them, but it's like I want to cut them because I don't have any real mid range. But I did do this. I don't think it's showing good. Sorry, these are ratchet straps. Do you ever have a car seat for a Suburban? Ratchet straps?
They work perfect.
Perfect.
I think I did that when my kids were little. A long time ago, I had that. But then I traded out and I put in the different seats. So I have completely different seats.
Oh, that was clean. Guess not.
Oh, yeah. You got kids, you're going to find Cheerios and snacks and all kinds of stuff in there.
So if you look here.
I'll jump over the top of you here where I can see.
Plywood I put here.
Oh, yeah.
Covered it. And then it's component speakers in there that I did.
Oh, nice.
So I still kept the 4x10 cavity and didn't cut up this. I just went through. And if I ever want to go back to that or make it look stock again, I could.
And that's a great way to do that. You add a little bit of plywood on the outside. That way you still have that cavity in there. That is great. Yeah. And your rear AC blows too, huh?
Yeah, you see the speakers I did back there?
Yeah, I see that. That looks nice, man.
Yeah, so those are 5.5s. And I put a 5-inch, 4.35-inch hole saw. And I cut into the AC unit, the cover there. Put some speakers up there, ran it to the amp. Sounds great. Wow. Yeah.
That's really nice. Now, what do you think with it having an interior? A little bit better than riding around a Sub-Zilla, right? Look, you got it. It has a headliner. That's a lot different than
tinfoil. Yeah, it's a lot different.
It is not tinfoil.
It's Dynamat.
Dynamat.
I took the whole carpet out and I lined it with the Kilomat that you can get from Amazon. And it made a big difference there. So.
And these are
35s.
See what you think about this step, Laura. Try that. Try getting up in there with the step. See if they work. Now these are a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter. A little bit easier that way.
Oh yeah, a lot.
But my car's shorter than yours though, right?
You got what, 4?
I think it's 4-inch lift. Yeah.
4. Yeah, you got about a 4-inch lift in 35. So it's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. I mean, it's maybe 3 inches, 4 inches shorter. Not a whole lot.
It's a big difference.
Having that to get in. Yeah.
My wife can actually get in and out too. Before I was carrying around a step stool.
I got a center block. Yeah, we got a center block we'll put down for her to get in. Yeah. It's barely shorter. It's just not noticeably shorter, but it's a little bit shorter. Easier to get in and out of though.
Oh, it is, and very nice.
And the barn doors. Let me see.
Barn doors.
Oh yeah, these are. That is one of the key things is having those barn doors. They are so good.
I thought about putting this football back there and inflating it and just let it.
Yeah. Yeah, doing the football, that would work.
Haven't done it yet. Just subwoofer talk.
Oh no, that's nice. There you go.
I actually use this. Use some plywood and stuff in here. So.
Oh yeah, I like the way you use that for your amps over there. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah. And they'll light up blue.
That's a good system. And that's what, 12s?
212.
212.
CT sounds and
Oh yeah, you got some sound going in there. That's for sure.
They really go loud. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see you got your mat down in there. Nice. That's very nice, man.
No rust.
No rust.
Vegas, 0 rust on it. So
I hate California. I'm just gonna say that right now. I hate you guys. No rust. We don't have too much in Mississippi. It's not terribly bad. It's like they get up north.
Yeah.
Mine came out of New Mexico. I bought it in New Mexico, so it was pretty clean. It's got a couple air conditioning holes in the doors, but that's for airflow. That helps with the air conditioning. Key, that's
after you bought it, or
no, it was like that when I bought it. It was like that when I bought it. So I got to get around to fixing that. And then we get up under there. You can see that dual exhaust. Very nice, man.
that's pretty clean.
It's very nice.
Just drove it, hour and a half, nothing's leaking. So it's a pretty good test.
Well, I liked it. Here, go take that.
The paint is gorgeous.
Thank you. I did. I just watched it. We had rain past week. So.
Yeah.
And I was actually in Dallas, in Louisiana, for a funeral, but I came back and I just spilled inside the flash.
Yeah.
It looks very clean. It looks very clean. So this is a really great Suburban, you guys. A square body. If you got one like this, that's a great example of how to take care of one. Some extra things you can do. Some people don't have theirs looking nowhere near as nice. I spent all my money in other places on it. So
You got more
there.
performance in yours, though.
I got a little bit more performance, a little bit bigger engine, a little bit of stuff. But the ProFlow 4, how are you liking that?
I like it.
How long have you had that on there?
A year?
A year now.
No issues. Besides the fan controlling issue, I haven't had any other issues at all.
Now I have found that on mine, on the ProFlow 4. If I touch it and go and look at it, suddenly it switches back to something. If I leave it alone, it stays good for a while. So it's kind of weird. It wants to do its own thing with the fans. It's really strange. And I had to put 40 amp fuses, not the 30 amp. So when I went to 40 amp fuses, solved all my problems.
Okay.
Yeah, it works a lot better that way.
Yeah, no, mine. I don't know if it was just the heat out here or what, but what I noticed was after I did a long, hard pull, get over 100 miles an hour, and I get off the freeway and start, going back to my
I was
house.
on a closed freeway, 100 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
Just
for
it
sure.
went on a regular street.
And I start getting back to my neighborhood and going up the hill, and I'm like, my temperatures are rising here. And I pull in the drive, I was like, my fans aren't on. Why is my fans aren't on?
Right.
So then I'm like, I'm just gonna remove this from the equation. And haven't had that issue since. Yeah.
See, I bypassed the green wire that came on the fan, so my air conditioner, they'll just come on. They're just going to come on when the temperature comes on. So it's technically you're supposed to have them both come on when your AC turns on, so it draws more air.
It does both. Mine does both. Yeah.
that's
It'll come
what
on
it
based
should
on temperature or if you turn AC.
Yeah, and I'll probably put a switch on mine where I can just flip it and make the other one turn on or something. I'll work on that. I'll get there. All right. Well, we're going to go in and get something to drink, a little bit of something to eat maybe, and we really appreciate you, John. Thanks for coming out and meeting us out here. This is great. I love to feature somebody once in a while, and maybe one day I'll come out to your part of the country and let me know. We'll feature your ride next. You have a great one.
I think there's a spot over here called Portillo's. It's pretty good. I want to try it out. It's a little hot dog place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right up there is where you go to the convention center.
Yeah.
Go up to there.
Go to digital gauges.
Yeah, I like the Dakota gauge. Those look nice. This thing doesn't pick up shit at night. It's terrible.
It's a toggle light.
Yeah, it doesn't do with the crap at night.